What's up guys, Rain here and welcome to my tutorial on how to compile PaperSpigget. So I just recorded this whole video and I forgot to turn my mic on, so that was a fail. Anyway, fourth attempt, let's go. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to install PaperSpigget or how to compile it. And we're going to be downloading and installing a bunch of things, but first off we got to start off with Java JDK. Java Development Kit is what it stands for, and we are going to be downloading the latest version of Java JDK 8. Now you can download any 7 version or 8 version, but I recommend downloading the latest version when it makes sense. Now there is two updates. There's update 66 and update 65, but I'm just gonna download update 65 because either one will work. But in the future, if you're watching this video, just download the latest update of Java 8. Anyway, I'm going to click the SEP so that we can download this, and we're going to download the 64-bit Windows version for my computer. Now we're going to wait for that to download. If you guys don't know what PaperSpigget is used for, it's actually used for enabling 1.7 TNT mechanics on your 1.8 server so that you can have TNT cannons like the old days in 1.7. Of course, 1.8 came out with a patch that changed the way TNT entities work, so it all changed, and that's why PaperSpigget exists, because it actually changes mechanics of regular Spigot. So it's pretty cool. I use it for my raid server, of course. Anyway, now we're gonna install Java JDK. Once that opens up. Now I already have this update installed, but I'm gonna reinstall it anyway for the sake of this video. Sometimes or usually when I have it installed already, it's a lot faster than when I don't have it installed. For some reason it takes like an extra 5 minutes for no reason when it's not installed, but it should go fast because I already have it installed. If not, I'm just gonna pause the video and wait for it to finish, because sometimes it does pause in the nothing happening, like completely blank bar, and then it suddenly finishes all of a sudden. So sometimes it will do that. If it does, just wait for it to finish and then continue on with its video. Okay, so we have Java JDK installed now. So now we want to download Maven. Now, you want to click on download and find the binary zip archive, not the source. Make sure you're not clicking the source. I made a mistake earlier in one of my videos when I clicked the wrong one. You want to download the bin. Now, while that downloads, we're going to download Git as well. You just want to click the big download button. Now, all the links will be in the description, so check them out below. Anyway, we're going to install Git in the meantime. Now, my Norton Insight says this stuff, and I'm just like, no, run this program anyway. So if you do have your Insight come up, if you're using Norton antivirus, go ahead and just click run this program anyway, and just next, all the way to the end, and continue, and just install. So once this is installed, we can go ahead and figure out Maven. So we're gonna actually drag our Maven archive to the desktop. Now, if you don't have an archive extractor, you want to go ahead and download WinRAR. You can search it up, WINRAR. So very simple. Search it up, download, install it, and then you can extract these files. Now, I'm just gonna extract here, so I'm gonna have a folder on my desktop. I'm gonna go ahead and drag it over to here. And now we're good to go with that. Git is installed now, so now we can actually start installing Apache or Maven. To do this, we want to go ahead and open up a folder, whatever folder, doesn't matter, just some kind of folder that shows whatever. So I have this, I couldn't drag it to the screen for some reason. Anyway, you want to go ahead and go to your C drive and your program files, and you want to either search for this folder, or if you do not have this folder within this directory, you want to create it. Most of the times you won't have this folder in this directory, so you just want to create the folder. Name it the same exact way I have it named here, Apache Software Foundation. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Apache, whatever. Just make sure it's called that, and go ahead and click on it. Now, usually you don't have anything installed here, so I'm gonna delete my 3.3 version. I already had it installed, of course. But you want to go ahead and take your extracted Maven and drop it in here. Now, you can tell when it's a source and a bin. Of course, this is the bin version where it shows this, the bin and all that, where the source file would have all these extra files that usually are not in Maven. Anyway, so now that we have that there, we can go ahead and start applying our paths, our environmental paths that will help Java and Maven find each other. So to do that, you want to find your start button. Now, unfortunately, on my computer, in the Windows 10 update that I have, for some reason, it only allows me to put my taskbar on the left side or the right side, so you can't see that because I have a 3-screen setup, unfortunately. But if all you do is click on the Windows button and go to Control Panel. You right click on it and it should say Control Panel. Anyway, if you know another way to get to your Control Panel, use that way. It's all the same. Windows 7, Windows 10, either way. In the search bar, you want to type in EN for environment, and under systems you should see edit their system environment variables. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to open up a system properties menu. We're going to click on environmental variables, and we are now going to enter some variables into this. So the first one we want to enter is Java home. Now we have to open up a folder directory so that we can find the Java location, and basically it's in your program files, same folder as your Apache Foundation, and you want to look for Java, and under JDK 1.8 and the latest version that you have. So I have update 65, so underscore 65 would be update 65, and you just want to copy this location and enter it into here and paste and press OK. Now if you already have a Java home variable in here, just edit it and stick in the new value. Okay, so the next up, we need to actually create a M2 home value. Again, if you already have these values, just edit them instead of creating new ones, but if you don't have Maven installed, you won't have this variable anyway. So we're going to go back to program files, and we're going to go into Apache Software Foundation and into the current update that we're installing, and we're going to copy this link, and we're going to paste it here, and we're going to create another environmental variable, and it's going to be called Maven. Oops, not Maven, Maven home. And we're going to enter the same exact link and press OK. So now we have those two environmental variables. Now the last thing you need to do is put the path variable. So in path, you want to click edit. Now if you already have this path, which I highly doubt you will, you should be good. But if you don't, which most likely you don't, just in between any of the colons, or if you see one colon, just put another colon there, and in between them put %m2 home or m2 underscore home %/bin, and yeah, you can even put it at the end if you want, but I just have mine in the middle because I installed it before I installed a bunch of other things. Anyway, click OK. Once you have all that done, your Maven should be installed. To check that, to check if Maven's showing up, you want to go to your command prompt. So once you have your command prompt open, if you don't know how to do that, on Windows 10 you just click on the start menu and it should be in your most, or not most used, but you can right click it and find command prompt in there. Anyway, once you get it open, you want to type in mvn for Maven and -- version. Now if you have it installed, it should look something like this. It should come up with the actual Maven install. Now if you don't have it, it's going to say it doesn't exist. Now if it says it doesn't exist, you need to redo the Maven paths and make sure you did it correctly, because you need it to work. You need it to find it so that you don't have any errors. Now the reason I'm showing you guys how to install Maven is because a lot of people have errors with Maven and they don't understand it, so I'm trying to teach you guys how to use it. Anyway, now that we have that, we can actually download Paper Spigot. So to find the latest version, you want to go to this Paper Tools thing here, click on this link, and you want to find the latest version. Now obviously 21 is the latest version, as you can see here, last build, and we're going to click on there and we're going to download build number 21. You want to download the latest build though, for anyone in the future. If build number 21 is still out, download build 21. Anyway, once you have that downloaded, you want to go ahead and go on your desktop or wherever you feel like putting this, and we're going to call this folder Paper Spigot Build. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm going to call it Paper Spigot Build. Now while we're here, let's go ahead and make another one called Paper Spigot Server. The reason for this is because I'm going to be testing it afterwards and showing you guys how to turn on the cannons once you add the actual jar file. Anyway, so now that we have this, oh wait, we didn't drag it in yet. So you want to drag in Paper Spigot into this folder, for wherever you downloaded it at. And so now we have the paper tools in here. Now what you want to do is create a text file. Just leave it named whatever, and we're gonna actually enter the code for this. Now to find the code for this, it is on the PaperSpigot website right here. It's java -jar papertools.jar. So it's pretty simple, pretty small line. We're just gonna copy this and we're gonna paste it into here and click save. Now we're gonna rename this to papertools.sh, and we're gonna click yes. We want it to change it to a shell script. I said that weird. Anyway, just double click it, and oops, I minimized it. Why did I do that? Anyway, it should start compiling your PaperSpigot now. So we're just gonna let this go. It should take anywhere from a minute to, it could take actually up to 20 minutes if your computer is really slow, but for me on average it takes about 3 to 4 minutes. So I will be back when that is finished. So a lot of you guys might be wondering why this is needed, why you need to go through this long process, and the reason for it is once you have Maven installed, the next time an update comes out, all you have to do is download the paper tools and remake this shell script and just start it again, and it will download the latest version of paper tools or PaperSpigot. So that's the reason why I took you through the Maven install and I took you through the Git install and the Java JDK, because I want to make sure that in the future if you want to come or get the newest update, all you have to do is the last step right there, which is put the paper tools in this folder and get the shell script started and just let it go. So once this is done, again, I'm gonna come back. Okay guys, we are back and PaperSpigot is built. As you can see here, PaperSpigot 1.8.0. Why you gotta be so loud? Easy update. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That was just loud. It's really, really loud. I think only I can hear it though. Anyway, so now that we have this PaperSpigot and the window just closed, it closes on its own, guys. So don't worry if it just closes off. That's what it's usually, or that's what it usually does. And as you can see here, we have two builds. We have the CraftBucket build and we have the PaperSpigot build. Now we're going to be using PaperSpigot, of course, so we're going to copy this into our PaperSpigot server folder, and we're going to rename this to PaperSpigot because it's just easier that way. Now we're going to be creating a new text document for the startup file. Okay, so I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, we want to just type in Java XMX capital X, and I'm gonna give it about 1,000 megabytes. So that's how you give it 1,000 megabytes, and you're just gonna repeat this with the S instead. 1,000 megabytes, of course, -jar, and we're gonna call this PaperSpigot. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how to enable the TNT cannons. So it's just one setting in this, and it's very simple, and we're gonna have to accept the EULA when we do this. But now that we have that, we can just rename it to start.bat if you want. Yes, and just click start, and it should start the server, as you can see. And of course I need to accept the EULA first. I just called it the EULA, it's faster. Oops, I want to change that. I just want to change this to true. Yes, we accept. Mojang. Save. And start. And now the server should start up perfectly fine. And then once it does, I'm going to end it, of course, so I can go ahead and change the settings for you guys. And let's go. Start up faster. Startups take forever nowadays. As you can see there, the settings right there, fixed TNT cannons equals false, so currently it's disabled, but once we stop it and re-enable it, I'm just going to click stop and then press a key to exit it out. Go to PaperYML. Now if you do not have an editor for this, you want to use Notepad++ to edit this because it's one of the best plugins out there. So, not plugins, programs out there. If you don't have Notepad++, go ahead and download it. I suggest it if you're going to be making Minecraft servers, period. So under fixed cannons, you just want to put it to true, and now you should have 1.7 mechanics for cannons. And this is used by almost all the raid servers out there. So if I start it up, it should say true, and it should be good to go already. So thank you for watching, guys. This was made for a person on MC Pro Hosting. His name is Yagat. So thank you for bringing this issue up, and I hope this video actually helps out other people like him that need help with this subject on how to compile Paper Spigot. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So it's done. It's ready to go. As you can see, fixed TNT cannon's true, and it's ready to go. So we're gonna stop it though, because we don't need to show anymore. So thank you for watching once again. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please check out our custom Minecraft server. You can join using play.hawaiiemc.com. If you guys want to meet other gamers and people who like gaming as much as we do, sign up at our gaming community at www.bronzegaming.com. This community is not only limited to Minecraft, we support a bunch of different online multiplayer games as well. Need a dedicated Minecraft server host? Check out MC Pro Hosting. Need a YouTube partnership? Apply for Curse's Union of Gamers.